Okay, okay, okay. Bunk. Looky there. Stream has started. And there's my handsome pixelated face. Looks exactly like me, just so you know. That's exactly like that. Anyway, hello, I am Great Uncle Pixel. It's Monday. I'm going to do some coding. Sorry for the late. It's very hot out here. So I am pretty sure it's cooler today than it has been, thanks to a thunderstorm which has, what? There we go. But still a little warm. Still a little warm. So I wanted to get a nice juicy apple to nosh upon while I stream. And also I realized I missed a step here in my stream preparations. Specifically, I forgot one of my go live notification places. And let's throw in a tag for pixel art. Yes, there we go. There we go. Anyway, welcome. Welcome, one and all. Monday's always a little rough. Let's face it, every day's a little rough. Some days are less rough than others. Mm, it was so hot last week and over the weekend that really uh, was a little behind on sleep. I mean, for anyone who was here on Saturday, you got to hear me complete the Gateway 2 Homeworld. Managed to do that even though my brain was cooking. So, not bad. No, I do 90% of my coding work on stream, but every now and then I I do things off stream just when I have an idea that hits me and I want to do it before I forget it. Usually it's something extremely minor, and that's what I did here. It just some extremely minor and not final color changes for the uh what are you doing? Ah, okay. Hang on here. I don't know what it thinks it's doing here. Just when there's nothing but a slow. There we go. That looks pretty good. But yeah, as you, the I have made the Chessboard. Thank you, Brain. Made the chessboard dark gray and black instead of white and black. And this is not the last color change I will attempt to do. Apple. I mean, I'm sure the original color combination is fine for the most part. Because I don't, like I said, the problem is my screen where the reds are very washed out, or my color settings. It's not literally the screen where the color settings are very washed out on for reds, specifically just for reds. I might. I have been considering putting in colorblind mode, where I make all the pieces white, but they are tinted on the fly by the game. Because the color of these pieces is hard coded right now. The sprite itself, I mean, you saw me make them. If not, you can go back a couple dozen episodes and watch me make them. I pretty much, I think I drew every single one of them on stream. Maybe not the fairy chess pieces. I don't remember now which ones I drew on stream, but I drew a lot of them on stream. Oh yeah, that key, when I hit U, the CPU does a move even on a player versus player game. But the battle is still manual. Oh, I can't hear anything. Do I have my sound turned up? I did not. What's the point of putting speech chat if I don't turn my sound up? Now I gotta make sure no one said anything to me. Or I hope someone said something to me. Hello, did anyone say something to me? Nope. Well, it's fine. It's fine. I understand. I understand. Boom. So yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is converting this U key into a hint move. Okay, I won't. I'm a man. I'm a man who doesn't cry. Not bad. Not bad. Anyway. Anyway, what was I talking about? Right, I was going to hit the U key. I was going to make the U key, which right now makes just activates the CPU mode on the woohoo death. Activates the CPU mode for one turn, make it into a hint key. You'll still use the same AI. or same decision making process. Once again, when I say AI, I do not mean AI as it is now generally used. I'm using the old fashioned sense. I have to admit, I like those sound effects. I think maybe the only one that isn't that great is the promotion sound effects, and that one's kind of funny. So, oh, that's interesting and wrong. Hmm. Always good to play the game because okay. Oh, right, right, right. It can't move diagonally. Right, it can't move. That was a bad idea right there. Um, okay. Now this piece can move, and this piece can right because it it can't move to the sides because it can't attack to the sides, and it can't. Okay, see there's an interesting. Hold the mic away from my mouth while I'm biting into an apple. A crisp, juicy, delicious apple. So anyway, as you can see, I changed the colors a little bit. I plan to change the colors even more. But first, I want to look at the promotion routine because clearly it's going in the wrong order. Second, that may be the problem. Let's do that. Is this return from combat? This is return from combat, yes. So, wait, is it? Oh, this is move to destination. Okay. So maybe that's not the one I want. But it is one of these. Promote piece a piece. Let's move piece. Promote piece. Okay. Chess mode equals movement. For I in 10, moved piece visible equals not moved piece visible. Uh, okay. I'm just trying to improve the aesthetics here of this. Because right now, for the most part, the game is working the way I want it to. There's things I want to change. There's a few things I want to improve. I have some ideas for the CPU mode. Give it some difficulty levels. Uh, Except most of the difficulty levels are just going to make battle harder. It's not going to make it any smarter. So I'm not really sure I want to do that. And it's only going to make battle harder by making the pieces quicker. Because CPU, because the battle system hard code slows down. It's not actually hard code, but I think it is. It hard code slows down the enemy piece, the not the enemy pieces, any piece that is CPU controlled in battle. Uh, and so I'm going to go back up here to Chess Plus to test. LF mode is game over. Battle. Where is test? Range pieces. Pawn. Promote. 5-2. Good. So let me see what this looks like just off the top of my head here. Um, Not like that. Like that. Hit 0. Um, we hit 0. Okay, perfect. Oh, yeah, that didn't look right at all. It's supposed to flash for. More than that, that's wrong. Let's see. 0, comma 3. $121. Oh, damn it. Okay, 121. Hopefully it didn't crash. Anyway, okay. Want to attack. Bump, 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 bump. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. Peace, health. But anyway, putting chess mode movement here seemed to work. Let's there 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 promote type. Let's make this an integer. Yeah, let's make it an integer. Oh, it's right here. I'm going to put promote play down here. Put it back where it was, down here, not when the piece flashes. Here. Choose promotion. It's promote type equals choose promotion. Function. Choose promotion. Int. There. Type. Int. Colon. And this should be like that? Yes. Oh, okay. Return var type. Return type. Return type. It's fine as is right now. Just because the function doesn't do anything. temp x int var temp y int hashtag coordinates of the temporary selection box while you're choosing a piece. Choosing a piece. You know, I realized today something funny. Maybe I'm, I don't know. Also realized I don't know where I put my, there it is. Is that a banana? No, it's not a banana. It's a fish kicker. Okay. Realized today, one, that I am easily distracted by things. That's, didn't actually realize that today. I knew that, but spent a lot of my childhood talking to myself. Oh, big shock, you might be saying. You're a weirdo who talked to yourself. And I realized it trained me pretty well for what's going on here. Separate that. But yeah, promote type int. Promote type equals choose promotion. Right now it returns nothing. Okay. Selected is here. That's good. That's where I want it. Let's go. Let's go 2D.
Yo yo yo.
Yo yo yo. Welcome, welcome one and all to the channel. Let me go look at my Twitch channel. Actually, over here. Where's my Twitch channel? Twitch. Because I know speech chat shows me what has been said, but it's not always. Sometimes it doesn't. Oh, that's good to know that I've been showing the wrong screen this whole time. There we go. OBS should know what screen I'm looking at. So, how you doing?
So I heard you saved the galaxy.
Yep, I saved the galaxy. And Earth. Mostly Earth. At least for now. The galaxy may still blow up later. But since there was never a Gateway 3, I guess it's okay. Why did everything minimize just there? Stop that. Stop minimizing. Exactly. But yeah, everything probably went fine because if there was another disaster, there'd be a Gateway 3, and there wasn't, as far as I know. Hang on. Gateway 3? Uh Daiichi Saga. I mean, there's books, but Merchants of Venus, Gateway. Yeah, that's other media. Yep, series of 2 video games. That's too bad. That's too bad. There isn't a Gateway 3, but at the same time, that means universe is saved, remains saved. Ah, okay. So this should be selection. There we go. Let's make that default, but that's okay. Now, movement, add child node. Uh, color rect. Mm, can I? Uh, okay, what is the location of this? Oh, this is off center. This box is off center. This box is off, alive from off center. I'm eyeballing it here a little bit. Okay. And where is that Amazon A? Okay. Set invisible. Good. But anyway, I wanted to copy this box's size, 295 by 250, and position.
Said. Compared to Gateway II's alien planets in almost pensive pace, Gateway is surprisingly pulp sci-fi. I'll
Hmm.
send it over later in the week. I'm sure you'd enjoy it. I would love watching you play it, but I understand if you don't stream it. Smiley face.
Fair. Fair. I do kind of want to play the first one now. On the stream, I do want to finish Breath of Fire 4, and then Code Vein 2, and then maybe Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. I've streamed so many games, and I've only finished now 2 of them. I am in the middle of 3 other games. Oh right, I started playing Breath of Fire 4 because I couldn't get the TV. It was in use at the time, and that's where most of my games are. They're on PS5. But since I had Breath of Fire 4 on my computer, and I've been wanting to play it, I played it anyway. No. No, I want to look at this box again. And this stuff over here. Transform, size, position. Let me do a quick print screen so I can look at this. But I don't think I'll need... I have taken so many screenshots on this computer. It's very convenient. I still, it's been... How long has it been since I got this computer? Right, I got it in December. January, February, March, April, May, June. I'll count July, so about 7 months. Still miss my Mac. But, eh, yeah. I mean, miss it. It's right in front of me. It just, when I turn it on, it makes this horrible grinding noise, so I don't turn it on. But anyway, 295, 295, 250, 432, 252. I've already forgotten those numbers. Uh, Layout. Transform. Size. What did I say? 252? No, okay, 252, that's wrong. Let me look at that picture that I took 2 seconds ago of those numbers, because I don't want it to look like that. 295 high, 250 wide. Okay. So, 250, 300. Um, no, 300, 250. Um, you know what? I'll figure out the size later. Because it occurs to me that that's not the issue. It's an issue. It's a tissue, but it's not the issue. Let's add some child nodes here. Animated. Sprite 2D. P. Night. P. Bishop. P. Psychiatrist. P. Rook. P. Queen. Now the question is, will I allow you to promote into fairy chess pieces in a non-fairy chess game? And the answer to that, I believe the answer to that will be yes, yes, something like that. Um, Paste. P Princess. The P stands for promote, you weirdos. Empress Amazon. P. Okay, so there's 7 pieces. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, you know what? I should have waited before copying and pasting all those. It's fine though. I'll have to do it the hard way either way. fine. Yeah, I want this to be in the middle approximately, but the problem is I don't know how big I want it yet. So, um, anyway. Material. No, no, texture. Yes, that's it. Nearest bitmap. Repeat. Yeah, that's the problem. I should have said all this stuff first before. There's new sprite frames. P night. True. And a new one, which is false. You know what? I think I'm going to delete these. Delete, delete, delete. Because I want them. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just want to make sure they all have false, true. Okay, let me make sure it doesn't do that weird thing where I put in. Where are my graphics? Oh, chess art. There we go. Chess art backup. I tried to make a backup of my chess art file and did, but it started yelling at me. These have duplicate ID numbers. So I said, okay, that's fine. I'll remove the backup file. And it said, all the graphics are gone. And I said, they're not gone. They're in the original folder where they've always been. No, we want the backup folder. So now the backup folder is the only folder, and I moved the original folder elsewhere. Why? Does it do that? I don't know. Look, I love Godot. Out of every modern engine I've tried, it's the one I've managed to get the furthest in. I mean, I made a game in Unity and it was okay. I never quite managed to get to export properly. Maybe I'll try again on this computer. But anyway, what was I talking about? Where was I? Who am I? Who are you? What are you doing here? True is knight A, false is knight B. There we go. Now let me just make sure it hasn't done that weird thing. Maybe. Ah, okay, I see. Because it copied the same sprite frames. Okay, so I'll have to redo that. But still. Okay. P Empress and P Amazon. Okay. No, yeah, I wanted to do that too. I think I need scale is 4. Well, let me start up here, actually. Transform, scale is 4. Good. This cannot be white. In fact, let's darken it. Perfect. Perfect. I don't want it to be quite black, but I want it to be very dark. There we go. To contrast the pieces. I am still considering redrawing the pieces. But I'm not sure I want to do that on stream. Especially not today. I think that's something I'm going to want to mess around with. Yeah, I think it's something I'm going to want to mess around with. Anyway, actually, I want bishop above rook. Knight. A bishop. New sprite frame. True. False. And what's this P bishop? P psychiatrist? Made that joke already, did I? Bishop. This is false. That's bishop transparent B. True. Bishop transparent A. Transform. Scale 4. Okay, there we go. Aren't lined up properly. Set up 1 pixel. I moved up 1 pixel. Okay, 49. Okay. Okay. Looking good. Let's default them all to white. Layer 1. I guess they don't have to be, but you know, bishop. Is rook. Now let's go rook. Oh, good, I did already. True. False. Now let's scroll down the art folder to a rook. Not rock, rook. Rook A. Rook B is false. Rook A is true. And transform is scale 4. And position is 48. No, Y is 48. Let's see, this is 44. And 65. Interesting. Let's make it 70. 114, so 70 is 184. Yeah, I don't expect it to quite fit inside the box yet. The box is going to, I'm going to reshape the box to fit the pieces rather than try and figure out how to fit the pieces box do thing. Of course, queen 2b, queen 2a, transform, scale 4. What did I say this was? 184, 48. So it's 48 to 184, and 70 is 254. There we go. False. White, red, white, red. P Princess. First get a new sprite frame. True. False. What did I say this was? Princess? Princess. False is Princess B. Empress is, or true is Princess A. Transform. Position. Okay, scale 4. Position is 118. 128. 138. There we go. And this, what's this one's position? 44. 44 and 35. 79. Perfect. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? Okay. I'm going to need to note these numbers here, but anyway, P Empress, P Psychiatrist. That will never not be funny. It's always hilarious. Laugh with me, Jocko. Laugh. Whoops. Wanted to wipe a piece of schmutz off the screen and instead wound up moving my pieces around. The computer actually has a touch screen, which is kind of cool. I have to admit. But it's as inconvenient as it is cool. I don't use it as a touch screen much because it's a computer. It's a computer. Why would I use a touch screen? Well, I mean, computers use touch screens all the time. I'm just, guess I'm just old fashioned that way. As if the graphics didn't give that away. Anyway, transform, scale 4. Now, position is 79, 138. 38, 149, 138. Perfect. So P Empress, true, and the animation names are true and false to match the Boolean that determines what player is up. So when player one's turn is active, then the Boolean is true, and when player two's turn is active, the Boolean is false, which means I can call the animation frames by just converting that Boolean into a string and calling that as the animation name. So that's why I'm calling these true and false. And this is Empress, so scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Bring your friends, it's fun to lose and to pretend. She's overboard, and self-assured, oh no, I know. A dirty word, hello, 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 how low. Womp womp, womp womp, womp womp, womp womp. Hello, 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 da da da. Da 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 da. Weirdo. There's a weirdo here somewhere. Okay, so 138, 149. 138. That's 149. But that's 219. There we go. I have to put a new sprite frame in here. True. False. I guess under it all, I just like over explaining things. I don't over explain things because I think people are dumb. I do it because I think I'm dumb and I'm trying to make sure I'm making any sense whatsoever. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Uh, Promote box. Okay, and I'm going to reuse the same selection box. There's no point creating a new selection box when I already have one. Or, okay. And I'm going to do this. This is perfect because it just gives me an order of 1 to 7, which is what the. I'm just going to bang my hand against the microphone while I'm trying to adjust it. Is this thing 1? But what I wanted, the other thing I want to do, the other thing I want to do. I want to look at these numbers again. So, that's 1, 2. Yeah, I think I'm gonna force you to promote if you land over there. I mean, why wouldn't you? Why would you want a pawn that couldn't move? I think I do want an eighth piece here. Da, 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 da. Checker. Hmm. Just looking at stuff here. That's just had some dumb ideas and da, da, da. Go away, go away, go away. Just go away. Save settings and exit. Okay, anyway. Yeah, okay. I think I do want 8, but for now, just 7. I think I want the eighth to be like a piece you can't normally pick. Kind of want to alter the bishop and rook sprites to have bottoms that match the princess and empress to make it more clear what they are. Because this is obviously a knight with a queen's crown. It's even the same crown. So if I could match the bottoms of these two pieces with the bottoms of these two pieces, it would make it more clear what they were and how they functioned without actually altering these two pieces. But that's something for future me, right? Present me is working on now that this exists, and in fact, it's probably showing up in the middle of the yeah. Okay, this promote box. No, it's fine. It's fine. Uh, It's still showing it. No, I'm not, because it's appeared in the game itself, as you can see, but it's also behind stuff. Oddly, but we'll see. Maybe I haven't. Maybe it's because I haven't saved it. It hasn't updated there. Nope, it's still there. Still showing the box, but not the. And it's clearly off center. Oh yeah, that is very off center. Which is kind of good that I could see this. Let me see here. I want to move it up a couple notches. To move it up a couple notches and definitely to the left and or to the right a couple notches. Move this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Save. See what that looks like. Didn't actually move here. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna. Is it showing here? It is not. Let me restart this then. See where it shows. Ah, okay. T. Okay. Higher than I'd like, but to the left. Yeah, I think that's centered. That's more or less centered.
Hold it now. Where's my brain?
Now, obviously, it won't be showing with on the title screen. Remote box will normally be invisible, but I've made it visible because it's this. Yeah, good. Good. It's looking good. So let's go over to script. Is okay. Let's go back to the script. Now that I have a box there, I'm gonna set that invisible. Here's my on readies. Okay. On ready. There. Promote. Box. Color. Rect. Equals. Promote. $sign. Promote box. Okay. Whoops, and that's misspelled. What the heck? I'm not sure if that was a capital O or a zero, but either way, it shouldn't have been that. Yeah, let me just check. Oh, it was a capital O. Yeah, which is wrong. But anyway, color rect equals promote box. So let's go down to my that's just the right function. I think it is. Yeah, move to destination, unhighlight squares, player blocked, available moves. Oh, there it is. Choose promotion. If not CPU, uh, um, find CPU. Don't tell me I don't have CPU. Okay. Var CPU control boolean. Good. That's good. So copy. If active player is one and not CPU control false. Else CPU control true. If not CPU control. Okay. Now it knows CPU control. If not CPU control. Actually, let me Z that out there. Not CPU. Not CPU control. Hashtag. I'm going to want to test this before I do anything. If not CPU control, else promote type equals Randy range 1 to 7. Okay. Match Promote type. Type equals 4. Temp. While I finish, choose promotion. Match promote type. 1. Pass. 2. Pass. 3. Pass. 4. Tab. Tab. 5. Pass. 6. Pass. And 7. Pass. To be fair, actually, I'm going to copy these in there. Copy. Paste. 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 Except this is knight. This is bishop. This is rook. This is princess. This is empress. And this is Amazon. Perfect. Yeah, the computer's going to pick a piece at random to promote to. Hilariously. And yet, the fact that the Empress is not the strongest combat piece means it's not always the best choice for promotion. You may want a hard hitter. You know, you may want a rook for sheer for damage and stamina, or you might want a knight for similar reasons. So yeah, it's worth it to not always auto. Queen is a fairly good jack of all trades. A power in combat, kind of a jack of all trades. Not the fastest moving piece. Actually, I think she is is one of the fastest moving pieces. I seem to recall the queen, knight, and queen move fastest. Bishop, empress is somewhere in between queen and rook in terms of power and speed, because she's half queen, half rook. I don't think she has any armor though. Amazon has light armor, a fairly weak weapon, but is also a low end jack of all trades. Because I did give her some armor. I beefed up her attack in one of my recent updates, only by 1 point, but she was as weak as the pawn in terms of damage, and that was a little too weak, I thought. Pawn should still be the worst piece, because you have 8 of them. Anyway, let's go back over here to choose promotion, which so far, as you can see, I've done nothing. Now, X temp X coord sorry, var temp x coordinates equals, there we go. Actually, don't need that. Okay. Uh, there, old x equals x. There, old y equals y. X x y equals that. Whoops. Wait, no, that's right. So this needs to be a while do loop. It needs to not leave this box. Let me check something. If chess mode is not equal to movement return, good, okay. Then that's what I want here. I don't want this to be a, where's my thing? Where is it? What's going on? Chess mode, promote. Chess mode equals movement. Okay. So while chess mode equals promote, it won't, all the, nothing of the movement mode or battle mode will activate. I do want it to switch to movement mode before, okay. Mode, okay. Temp, temp x 0 equals 0. Where's up, down, left, right? Where's my up, down, left, right function? Which I think it's right below here. Isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Now, as far as I know, selected sprite visible. This should be true anyway. Because it will only go to this function if it's player control, and selected sprite dot visible will be true if it's player control. But you know, sanity check. There we go. I should have picked left and right, not up and down. Okay. Hold on, position. And in fact, I just want var temp. I don't need both of these. So temp equals temp minus 1. Let's make a choice. Let's call it choice. There we go. Choice equals choice minus 1. Copy. Paste. 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 And let's make an array. Cursor position. Okay. One 448, 184.48. Is that right? 184, 254. There, cursor position. There we go. It's our 79, 138. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Locutus of Nord
Oop.
said, Twitch is telling me I should redeem pick a game. Locutus of Nord
Uh-oh. Pick a
said,
game?
I should try that sometime. Laughing face.
Yeah, you should do that once upon a time. Oh, did I? Are the sound effects playing, by the way? I realized it did not open my blurp.com page, and I don't know if it plays when there's when that window's not open.
Locutus of Nord said, they did for US, not for you I guess.
No, I don't hear any of my any sounds from Twitch, unfortunately. I don't know why. Uh, what was I doing? Oh, right. $29. Why doesn't it think this is closed? What parentheses does it think it's missing here? Because they all look paired to me. Even highlights that they're paired. Oh, 24%. So 254.29 is right here. Huh. I was expecting it right here. That's weird. Maybe that means there's one somewhere else? Okay, it's at now it's at 46. Ugh. Line 25, which is right here. The problem? No. Okay, this is just annoying. Let me see here. Oh, screw you. X equals var cursor y equal 44, 104, 184, 254, 79, 149, 219. 48, 48, 48, 48, 138, 138, 138. There, you happy now? It's just telling me unused variable. Okay, unused variable is fine, because I will use it in a moment. Like now. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Temp minus 1. Okay. Copy. Paste. Why did I say temp? Choice minus 1. Choice minus 1. Hasn't been called temp forever. Why? While input is action just pressed while not action plus active player. Newt. Okay. It is. Choose promotion. Okay. So it's not done. Not as such. Hang on a second. One more thing I need to do. Choose promotion. Okay. Equals promote. Promote. Visible. True. False. Okay. Let's restart this again. Now let's take a look at what we got. Let's hit R. Right bracket. Crash. It didn't crash. Oh, it froze. Okay. It did froze. It did froze it. Oh, that's no good. It may have frozen so bad that it took Godot itself down with it. Nope, not quite that bad. I was still able to stop it before it ruined everything. Wait, await. Await. Yes, one of these. Find. Oh, copy. Find. Promote. Promote. Whatever. Box. There we go. Equals 1. I guess I don't need a type and a choice. Fact. There we go. Let's do that. Then we return choice. Parse error. What do you mean it's a coroutine? I'm not even sure what that means. Line 215. So how do I do in the weight again? Fine. Equals await. Choose promotion. And all the way up at line 77. Await. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't go there. Wait. Choose promotion. That might be right. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, bring this up. There we go. Start a new game. Did I just type an R in here somewhere? I did. Don't do that. Don't put an R. Don't put an R for random thingy in my R. Okay. And what was it? Right bracket? There we go. Oh, of course. Okay. Okay. Oh, also, did I leave accidentally that is 1 second? Make it 0. Should be, but okay, yeah, because these values are wrong, because this is not these positions are relative positions, not global positions. This is relative to position of promote box. Promote box is at 429. You know what? I'm just going to let the computer do the math, and y is at 177. Print choice. Nah, just print choice. So let's see if that works now. We hit this. Am I showing this properly over there? Yes. Yes. Okay. I'll remove this. Sure, this is back in the correct position. It is beautiful. Then we hit this again, and moves over there. Save, so it's not. So queen, this is. Whoop, did it? Did it crash? Something wrong here? Let me restart it. Try it again because I did save it while it was running, which is often a bad idea. Yeah, it looks like it's working. I hit the button. 3. 3? Was it 3? I forgot what I was on. So there we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we just make sure it wraps around properly. 1. Okay. Whoop. I was referring, of course, to, whoops, to these numbers down here. So perfect. So it doesn't actually select anything yet. Well, it does return. Actually, that's that should do it. That should be all I need. Is now it returns that value and it can put that value in here. So let's dummy that out. Is it still running? Yes, it is. So um let's take a look here. I I should actually just do it here and see if it works correctly. It does not. And I know why. It needs a slight pause in there. I think I know why. I think I know why. I think I know why. Let's try that again. Also, let's try ordering visibility. Should be top level. Should be set to top level. There we go. Okay. No. Right, because okay, let me do one more thing for this thing. Chess move equals pro chess hide pieces. Is that a real thing? Is that a real function? Yeah, hide pieces and show pieces is a thing. Okay. Let's go back to movement. Let's hide pieces. Here. Show pieces. Whoops. 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 Show pieces. Okay. Anyway. Okay, hang on a sec. Hang on a second. Oh. Okay. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. 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 It's switching players before getting to here, and that's wrong. Uh, and then switching back afterwards. Huh. Weird. Okay, that one was okay. Let's okay, yeah, as soon as the piece lands there, it switches okay, so let's take a look at my selection. It should not function promote piece. God, I understand now. If you call a function, it's a problem I've been having. If you call a function, the rest of the program doesn't stop while you run that function. But if you call the function with await, that's not it. Promote P. Where is the thing? If you call it with await, then it will. It'll wait for that function. Finish before it does anything else. Goodness, that would have been made things so much easier in so many of my earlier programs. That little one simple piece of knowledge. What time is it? Okay, it's 5 o'clock. Well, keep an eye on the clock. So, I want to await promote piece before changing the active player. It should run through that before changing the active player or doing anything else. Promote piece should. And that should solve my problem without having to do any weird dippity-do. That's the technical term, dippity-do. Okay, let's reload. My God, this should work. Hit 0. It does. That's all I had to change. That's all I had to change. It's still not right because, as you can see, the pieces are still white and red mixed, which they shouldn't be because that's just the default colors of the sprites. But beautiful. Uh, but before I do anything else, I just want to see what it looks like now when you fight a piece, and then it switches to, and then it does a thing. It looks great, in fact. In fact, it is great. Oh my god, it is great. Now, the only thing I'm not sure of is should I have the computer. Hmm. Hmm. Because as you saw, I have the computer currently. Bump. Uh, don't need that. Let's see here. But that's fantastic. Fantastic! Uh, yeah, technically I should add the 429, the 177 over here. I don't want to. Uh, I love math. I hate arithmetic. So screw it. Um, right, that's the other thing I wanted to do. Uh, for piece sprite equals promote box. No. In promote box, get children. Sprite animation equals string chess active player. Sprite play string chess active player. Is the game still running? It is still running. Good. So let me just take a quick look at that. Make sure that's working. It should all be white now. And these should all be red. He he he. Dang. Oh, here's another unwinnable situation because there's only bishops left, and they're on opposite colors, so they can't actually ever target each other. Yeah, that I knew that would happen. I should have un. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. So, promotion working. Well, the other thing I want to do is I want to see what it looks like when the computer does a promotion. But that's going to require sitting back and just watching a CPU versus CPU game. So I'm gonna. So guess what we're gonna do right now? I'm gonna sit back, relax, kick my feet up. In fairy chess, because the pawns are more maneuverable in fairy chess. I have to fix that because if you hit start game too quickly, it ignores the second. It doesn't actually start the game. See, like that. What just happened? Oh, and I hit it too quick, so it started the game twice. Look at that. Um, and yes, I know the screen's wrong right now. Okay, but let me. I want to set it up first before I started. There we go. Now I'm just gonna sit back, relax. I guess I didn't need to do it here. I could have done it in a test thing. So while that's playing out there, I'm gonna look at Chess Plus in the background here. Don't worry what I'm doing. Don't worry about it. I mean, don't worry about it. I'm literally just changing the chess. Let's make it the rook blocker. Okay. All right. The other thing I wanted to do, and let's see if I can do this without it messing up here, is I want when the computer is picking what to transform into, I want to, there we go, choose promotion. I want the computer to pick queen or better. So I want to choose between queen, princess, empress, and Amazon, and leave knight, rook, and bishop out of its calculations entirely. Yes, I like that even during normal chess. Boom. Hee. Ooh, attack. Yeah, computer's not very smart. It'll. But honestly, because of the way it works, because this is not chess, this is not really chess, as it were. You know, moving yourself into a dangerous spot where where your opponent can attack you is not necessarily a bad thing. In real chess, yes, it's a bad thing because you get captured. I mean, you might want to get captured. There's high level strategies involving sacrificing a piece, etc., etc. But you get captured, period. The end, no question about it. Here, you might want to lure your opponent out because if you think you can defeat them in a fight, then if you think you can defeat them in a fight, then there is no reason to not let your opponent attack you. Especially the CPU, it can be goaded into a fight by just putting yourself out in the open. Um, I am showing the game, right? Yeah, okay, I am. It's not just sound effects happening here. I think I think the only problem with this set of colors is it looks gloomy, and I don't like that.
Bluebird_songster said, need some textures.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe give it like a marble texture. Wait, did it crash? No, it didn't crash. Okay. Oops. No, I guess not. Oops. One of these two is gonna. Uh-oh. Oh, player one blocked player two wit. That's not right. Player one was not blocked. Oh, wait, player one blocked. Yes. Okay, I see. Yes. Anyway, let's see what this looks like. Okay. I'm problem with not seeing the board layout is after in a game over is I'm not sure if it was blocked or not. No, I don't want that piece there. Let's go back to Chess Plus. 7. There we go. Did some, oh, double death. I mean, this is gonna be it right here. So that's not exactly what I wanted. Let's do that again. Okay. One, three, five, seven. Okay, I'm just making corrections. There we go. Yeah, I don't like that the other player still gets to move while they're being promoted. Okay. Oh. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Uh,
Coder Inkling
I
said,
did something wrong here. Hello, welcome to the show. Hello, Coder Inkling. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. That's good to know. That is good to know and stupid. I should not get to pick the opposing. Okay, it works fine when it's a player control, but it does not work right when it's. When it's. Yeah, it switches characters before it's done the promotion. Should not, I don't think, be doing that. It only does it with CPU. So that makes me think there's something wrong. No. So let me check where it's calling the promote piece from. Fine. Promote piece. There we go. I want to check every instance of promote piece and make sure they're all await promote piece now. They are. Okay. But I want to check the one in. Okay, move piece. The one in move piece works fine. I think it's switching players. That's return from battle. Where's the one in? Is this the one in move to destination? Yes. Does it switch? Where does it switch? Aha, it switches it here. Am I? Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Does it do that? I say it. Why did I write it like that? What was I thinking there? This should not be up here. This should be at the bottom. This should be after promote peace. And I don't need to switch it here. I don't need to switch it back. I do need to switch that. Target is not equal null. Okay, I don't know if I've messed anything up just now, but we shall see. I'm going to restart the game.
Codering playing. Said.
Because I'm not sure why I did that in the first place.
Overlay specialized for Splatoon 3, which reads gameplay information live off of the capture card video with chat boxes and stat boxes, etc.
Wow.
Playing. Said. What are you doing?
Me, I'm just working on adding a promotion selection screen to the game. So when you promote a piece, you can choose what piece it promotes into, rather than automatically becoming, rather than automatically transforming into a queen. And I found an error in there. Of course I did. So I'm trying to figure out what I did, why I did it the way I did it. I don't remember why I have it switching players so early in that routine when it doesn't need to do it until the end. But I'm going to start a new game and watch the CPU at work. And yeah, as far as I can tell, it looks like it's working fine. It was wrong. It was just flat out wrong before. But yeah, because I think this is the thing I... Just watching the CPU fight itself. Just want to make sure the pieces are selecting properly too. It's not sending them into the battle incorrectly, because it is completely possible for me to send these things into the battle wrong. Though weirdly, I think that's only if I do it incorrectly, it is still only what am I looking for? Superficial problem. Still a noticeable one. Like if I send it in backwards, player two, player one will be on the right with a red piece, and player two will be on the left with a white piece. But it'll still be counted as player one and player two properly. It'll still send the pieces incorrectly. Just they'll appear incorrectly. And yeah, that means player one will be controlling the one on the right rather than the one on the left, like it's supposed to. Because which player is in control of each piece is part of the piece. So that information gets sent in. But it's looking good so far. It's good. All those changes I just made. Now, it is still doing the thing where the pieces are sometimes backwards. The player two's pieces are sometimes backwards. And it's only player two's pieces. I'm not sure why. Like, I mean, I'm not sure if that pawn was backwards. I think it was, actually. No, the pawn was forwards. Okay. Yeah, because these pieces are all facing to the right here. So, yeah, sometimes player two faces backwards in... I'm not sure why. I looked at that code, and it looks like it's correct. But obviously it's not, because it's sometimes backwards. If that queen hadn't moved, the Amazon would have attacked it next round, or this turn. I think I'm going to do the test mode again, because that's where the... I wanted to make sure it worked in general, because I did just mess with the move routine. So I want to make sure it works in general first before I do the check the promotion. Just want to watch an entire game here. I've yet to play a whole game against the computer, which is something I will have to do soon. I do think I want to put in a third starting mode of half regular chess pieces and half fairy chess pieces. So it'll be like four regular pawns, 4 Berolina pawns on each side. I'm not sure how I want to do that yet, though. I'm not sure how I want the board layout to appear. Like, do I want the top half to be normal and the bottom half to be fairy chess pieces, or vice versa? Or do I want them to kind of alternate? Especially as far as the regular pawns and the Berolina pawns. So I want 4 regular pawns on the tops and 4 Berolinas at the bottom. 4 Berolinas at the top and 4 regular pawns at the bottom, or do I want regular pawn, regular Berolina, etc.? And if so, which should be first, the Berolina or the regular? Boom. That poor princess. Ouch. Got stuck, it looked like. Okay, I know that's wrong. Because player two was very much not blocked. Player two had plenty of moves available. In fact, it's only supposed to say block if all moves possible is empty. There's plenty of moves possible here. So why? Let me look at player blocked. Because something's wrong here. Okay, I know what happened. I know what happened. I know what happened. I think. I think it checked if the player was blocked. But it also kept going. Why is your 1 second timeout here? Hold on. I have an idea here. What happened? Fine. But yeah, I think I need. I think this also needs to be an await function, so it doesn't change the state of the game while checking this information. I think that's the problem there. Because also, I think what it was trying to say is player one is blocked, but it's not, obviously. Let's take a look here. I'm just speechless. That's why I'm just sitting here not saying anything, while the program obviously does whatever it wants. So, okay. So something got sent in wrong somewhere. Phew, I'm tired suddenly. Oh, hang on. Let me check something over here. Okay, check something over here. Hang on a second. Okay, just wanted to check something here. That's fine. Good. Okay, okay. Wanted to check something with somebody somewhere. That's got my Discord open, talking to people. Things are happening. Uh, oh man. Okay. So what happened there is it sent in. Uh, I know what's happening here. I know what's happening here, and it's something I'm not sure. No, don't search that. Search this. Chess active player equals. There. Game running? It's not. Okay. Let's try this again. Bring that up. Goodness. I don't know what I've messed up, but I've messed something up. Just feeling a little tired. Feeling a little tired. Okay, good. Switches. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to do. In Chess Plus, in the modes, I want to dummy out hide pieces for the moment. So when the game ends, it'll still show any pieces that are left over. Which I wanted to do anyway, but I... No? Did he attack the pawn before it disappeared? Is that what happened there? I think it is. Temporarily have showpieces when mode is game over, but let's see here. It didn't change turns. Did that time. There's something wrong there. Just gonna keep watching until I'm sure. Wow, the white. Yeah, it's not switching turns properly. So I'm going to start a whole new game and make sure it switches pieces properly. The problem does seem to be when it during the promotion routine more than anything else, but there we go. Player 2, it's facing the wrong way again. Layer 2 is facing the wrong way again. I think I need to have it default to uh, X scale 1 before the battle starts so it can properly reverse it. But I don't know. The command is not, it doesn't flip it. It is, it's not like x equals scale x equals 2 minus or 0 minus the. No, it's just if it's moving to the right, then it's positive. If it's moving to the left, it's negative. So it should always, and since the default sprite is looking to the right, even for player 2, it's doing it again. It's pretty okay. Oh, I guess it is in checkmate mode. Interesting. Didn't realize. I don't want to be in checkmate mode. I guess it's not in checkmate mode? Okay. Oh, technic. Huh. I don't know what mode it's in then. There's a king on each side, which normally only happens in fairy chess when it's in checkmate mode. But the king was beaten and the game continues. But yeah, so it looks like, if I'm not mistaken here, interesting that it chose the king to move, but it's not that surprising. It is random. Boom. Computer is not very smart. I don't want the computer to be very smart because chess, the strategies of chess do not apply here. You can gambit all you want. You can gambit all you want if your opponent attacks you and is better at the combat mode than you are. Well, you have to know how to do both. You got to know how to hold them, know how to fold. Wait, no. Boom. I I genuinely love that the king hits so hard. Like I'm pretty sure it's the second most powerful piece. in terms of raw damage. I think it's tied with knight for the most powerful piece. Or second most powerful piece. Rook is most powerful. May not be good there for our poor little kingy. Not good at dodging. It's not though. That's the issue. Yeah, I think White got this. A human player may have. Okay. Okay, so that does okay. The turn order looks good there. So I just want to look here. Something is wrong with the turn order here. It only affects this game. Red has not gotten a turn. There, now red gets a turn. Oh, interesting. Could have hit either one of the red pawns, but chose that one for some reason. I like the Amazon. Did I speed the Amazon up? Yeah. Eh. Dun dun dun. That's what I thought. Okay, there's a problem there. It's checking whether the pawn is blocked before. There's two problems here, from what I can tell. It's checking whether the pawn is blocked before it promotes it. So yeah, technically, before it was promoted, it's blocked. It doesn't have any place else it can go. Warp? Oh, okay. I know what that is. Okay. Okay. I know what the problem here is. I know what the problem here is. Or I know what like I said, there's two problems. Sorry, got distracted there with that warp noise. One, it is checking to see whether the pawn is blocked before promoting it. It's not blocked now. The as an empress, it is not blocked. And two, it is switching the active player. It is also switching the active player before, after it starts the check, but before it finishes the check. So it's going, so player two, so it checks whether the pawn that the player two just moved is blocked. It says yes. Player two pawn is blocked and it has no other pieces, so it is blocked. And player two is completely blocked. But so the problem is not it's ignoring. It's doing that before the promotion, so it ends the game before the promotion even takes. But it's also switching players somewhere while it's checking. So it's going, okay, the player that just moved is blocked. What is the active player? Player uh player 1 is the active player. So player 1 must be the piece that just moved. Except no, player 2 was the piece that just moved. It's switching the active player before checking or ugh. Okay, I can ignore that for a moment. I need to make notes on what it's doing, the things it's doing. Let me make some notes here, because new tab, current problems. Take a look right there. Current problems. I don't use fancy text editors. So 1, blocked routine. Okay, that's a blocked routine. Both 1A checks whether pieces are blocked before pawns promote rather than after. And 1B, somewhere mid check, it changes players. The second one is less serious than the first. I mean, the second one's a mistake. Don't get me wrong. But that's a display error. It shows the wrong person wins. The first one is the major error in that it's ending the game when it's not supposed to. Yeah, let me check what all that beeping noise is. It's fine. It's fine. Just typing stuff. So I think I'm going to call it there for now, because I don't feel like fixing this stuff right now. Honestly, don't feel like doing it. Stars, not right. But I know what they are. I know what I'm doing on Wednesday. just in general take a look at when, how the active player switches because it's weird. So I'm not going to upload what I did today to the. Maybe I will because it really only seems to affect test mode. But still. In fact, let me just do one more thing. I want to check test mode with the player. See if that works. So, yeah, human. Let's just do a quick little switch over to here. Let's make sure everything's working correctly with human players. And I think, I'm pretty sure it is. It seems to be work fine when it's human players. Yes, pawns can move. Pawns can move 2 spaces on their first turn, regardless of where I put them on the board. So that's why it's doing that. Uh, I changed that manually, so that's okay. Okay, and let me hit. Let me just. I switched it to both players' CPU. Just to see what that would look like. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it here, but I wanted to take a look at that first. I'm going to wait for this game to end before doing anything else. Yeah, I do want prettier sprites, I think. I want animated sprites in combat. I want little people to be running around rather than the actual chess pieces fighting each other. I'm going to leave the actual chess pieces on the chess board, but I think I want little... But that is so... That is like later. That's later thing. Boom. 1 and 2. I just switched back to player control. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Interesting. It didn't, okay. It's gonna, yeah. This picked it correctly. Player 1 blocked. Player 2 wins. I want to do one more thing. One more thing. Test. There we go. I want just one pawn. Pick it. Change the test mode so there's just one pawn. Think I'm blocked? It does not. Oh, right. Game still running? Okay. Okay, is the game still running? Okay, there we go. You go. Yes, it starts checking whether the pieces are blocked before it does the okay. I think they're connected. So I think. So conclusion, the CPU, there's something buggy about the player switching when CPU has control. And that's something for me to look at next time. I'm gonna go find some dinner. Looks like none of my usual folks is on tonight. So, did I accidentally shut off my, what did I do here? There we go. Okay, it's all good. So, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go eat some dinner, and I'll see you on Wednesday when I will fix all this crap. Good night, folks.